Right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Play action now, Mariota. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Titans 1st down.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Play fake. Mariota. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
At the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run.
Play action. It's Locke. He's going to go deep for Funchess. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Hey, watch the slant. One. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Let's go. 51.
They go play action. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
It got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, boy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Titans.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
A gain of 13 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check 26, check 26.
Mariota to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the slap, watch the slap, watch the slap.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 24. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. No one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass.
Mariota now. Smith catches left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That's it, baby.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go, boys.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go, Mexico. Wide, get wide. 54.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check out. 140. Monday. Ready. Right there. 54. Right there.
3rd and 2. Luck. Complete to Hilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Here's Luck. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike, check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. Flush to his right. Funches has it complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run here with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Titans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
3. 51, Mike. 1. You gonna see me in your life. You gonna see me.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota again. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready? Blue 18. All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Shift! Watch the shift!
Now Joe Mixon. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Over the middle here to Brown. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
66.
They run for it with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action now. Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. To throw is Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 9, Luck. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They find some open field here. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown Titans. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here.
Check. One.
Mariota. The quick slant caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, it's Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They go play action here on 1st down, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
I'm coming for you.
Play action. It's locked. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin with a run by Mixon. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Colts pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it in for a Colts score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
32-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They go play action. Mariota. Now he's forced out left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run here with Mixon. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I got him. Say it.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
36 to Mike. Hey, defense.
Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Go. Ready. 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the flag.
And they will take a knee here. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 180! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
55! Mike 55! Cut!
From the 29, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Wilson running left on the option, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Here comes Pettis on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Go ahead.
From the 36, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
34 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. The 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
49ers 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's it. Big hit. Who's the team?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Tyler Lockett, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
That's the score. Seahawks 20, 49ers 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I'll go special. 25.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
21. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
One, Omaha.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. 180.
54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
21.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Switch it. White.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They run again with Carson. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go read option with Wilson. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 21, 21. Mike 55, Mike 55. You must, hey, exit. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cassius Marsh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
White. Check right. Watching you five. Hey, high 7.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Wilson rolling to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
11. 11.
They run again with Breida. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
2. I'm here all day. Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Hey, seam 6.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. 180. Tight line. 4 down. Check. Black.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he'll spot Hurd open left side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 49-yard line.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Here's Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation.
This is caught inside the 15. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one, 58 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll toss it to Breida, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First down, Seattle.
Right there, 54 miles. Hey, we got to get this stop. Left. Yeah, let's go double count right here, double count.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him on.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Niners, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overseeing your parents, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to. You see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the sign of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I pray on this set. Let me sit on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I